Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Macharia Gaitho, one of the top and celebrated journalists in the Republic of Kenya, was earlier today abducted. Macharia Gaitho, who was in the company of the Sun, noticed a vehicle trailing them. Then he decided to seek refuge in Karen police station. Sadly, Macharia Gaitho was abducted right inside Karen police station. I think we are back to the dark days. And what is really shocking me is the fact that William Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya. William Ruto rode into the presidency under the hustler narrative, and he made a promise to Kenyans that the era of abduction was behind us, and of course the extrajudicial killings were never going to happen. The police have issued a statement that the arrest of the abduction of Gaitho was mistaken identity. Don't be cheated. The truth of the matter is that Gaitho penned some article which those in power are not comfortable with. Maybe we'll need to do another analysis about it later. But for now, I want us to talk about something which happened yesterday. Yesterday, the Gen Zs called for nationwide protest. And indeed, the protests were nationwide. I remember in Kericho, goons were actually hired to stop the demonstrators from demonstrating in Kericho.
So sisi mambo ya maandamano tunakataa kabisa. So mambo ya maandamano Kericho si hatutaki. So sisi tuko hapa, kama hutaki kiongozi ambaye alichaguliwa, ngoja huko mbele ndio mvute kazi. So
haya. Kwa majina ni Ernest Rono, mimi ni mkaaji wa Kericho, tena mimi ni mfanya biashara wa hapa. Sisi kama wenyeji wa Kericho hatutaki maandamano.
Kwa majina ni Kiri Nixon, mimi ndio nafanya kazi ya bodaboda Kericho town. Na leo, siku ya leo, tumekuwa na maajabu, tumeona maajabu katikati ya hapa Kericho town. Kuna watu wenye wamekuja, sura yao hatujawahi ona Kericho hii. Hawa ni watu wenye wameleta tensions, hatukuwa na maneno yote. Ile tu tulikuwa tunataka tuulize gavana, ile kazi yenye amefanya in 2 years, amefanya kitu gani? Barabara mahali tunakaa saa hapa, barabara imekuwa mbaya. Tukienda kuulizia gavana, tukipanga kuulizia gavana ile maneno yenye tunataka tufanyiwe mahitaji zetu kama watu wa Kericho County. Kuna wale wenye wamenunuliwa na tunajua ni nani amenunua nani, na hii watu ni watu wisi wa hapa. Ni watu wenye wametolewa mahali pengine hatujui, na kama alikuwa anakuja kufanya kitu mzuri, mbona wameficha uso zao?
But the Gen Zs overpowered the goons and they marched them back to the governor's office. Of course, yesterday's protest was majorly targeting the governors. In Kakamega, you also witnessed what happened there. But one thing should worry William Ruto. What happened in Baringo? So in this video, I want to explain to you guys why the demonstrations in Baringo should actually worry William Ruto and the entire Kenya Kwanza leadership. Because the truth of the matter is that Baringo is significant, politically speaking. Number one, Baringo County is in Rift Valley. Rift Valley is assumed to be William Ruto's stronghold. That is significant. Number two, Baringo County has held presidency for 24 good years. And because of that, very few Kenyans expected the people or the residents of Baringo to come out and go and demand for accountability from their governor. And the other fact is that Baringo is also considered one of those marginalized communities. And therefore, most people thought that, there's no way they could come out to protest. I want you guys to watch this clip here.
We are coming for you. And I want to remind Governor Cheboy, in Germany, in Russia, in 1918, there is what we call the Bolshevik Revolution, which was led by Vladimir Lenin and Joseph Stalin, which advocated for change. In France, in 1789, the greatest military commander, Napoleon Bonaparte, brought the French Revolution, which brought change. In China, in 1949, there was a guy called Mao Zedong. He brought the People's Revolution. And we are coming for you. And this is a direct message. We are not owing anybody any apology. We demand accountability, transparency, and integrity. Those people who are not qualified should go home. Na governor tunakupea message. Sijui unangoja nini. Ruto alifanya reshuffle huko juu. Pia wewe fanya reshuffle. Thank you very much.
That's Baringo. And indeed, they occupied the county government offices. So in this video, I want us to do that critical analysis. But before we do it, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to dive in. And again, before I dive in, allow me to introduce you guys to Lemfi. Lemfi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered directly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and if you want, directly into your bank accounts instantly. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Yesterday, there were demonstrations in the entire country. But the demonstration in Baringo, in my view, took the trophy. And it should worry William Ruto. Why? Number one, the fact that the demonstrations could happen up to deep in Baringo confirms that the Gen Z's demonstrations have a spiral effect. And that is very dangerous for William Ruto. Because initially when these guys began this protest, they were confined to Nairobi, Kisumu, Mount Kenya. Rift Valley was a bit quiet. Then at some point, Eldoret erupted. At some point, Nakuru erupted. Of course, Nandi did not really erupt, but Nandi also organized their own demonstration on a particular day where they went and demanded the governor to address their issues. Now we are seeing Baringo, which means the effect is spreading. And the fact that the effect is spreading is not good for William Ruto. William Ruto would want a situation where the demonstrations are confined to other places, known places. So the spiral effect is dangerous for Ruto. Number two is accountability. You see, for a very long time, the leadership have always taken Kenyans for granted. But I witnessed what the people of Baringo did. And I said, good. Kenyans have woken up. Nobody will take Kenyans for granted again, including William Ruto. And that is very dangerous for him. And I noted that, just listen to this guy.
I'm from Baringo North, Kapiamo village. And I'm here to address one issue. One of the reasons why Kenya changed the new constitution and brought the issues of devolution was to bring services closer to the people. But what happened if devolution is failing us as citizens? This is not good. And one of the reasons why Kenya promulgated the 2010 constitution was to bring devolution. And the meaning of devolution is to bring what? Services closer to the people. But here in our county, we know there are ghost workers here. Kuna watu hapa ni ghost workers. Kuna watu hayuko qualified wanapewa kazi. And also, na kujuana, hii kaunti yetu kwa siku mingi, kuna watu, kazi ikitokea watu wanaambiana chini ya maji. The works are not published. That's what is angering us.
So it means the residents there know what they want. They can no longer buy lies, which is very, very interesting and will actually change the political equation for the Republic of Kenya. Number 3, it is also very clear that the rage is now the entire country. You see, when the agencies began this process of protest, very few people took them seriously. In fact, even myself, let me just be honest, I never thought that these guys would go the length they've gone. Even Moses Kuria has confessed that they underrated the agencies. And that's why probably the government is unable to contain them, because they don't know what to do with them. They underrated them. But these guys are serious. Yesterday, 3 of them were on TV. There was Mercy Tarus from, I think, was in Gishu. Then there was another lady there from Mount Kenya, and Kasmuel Makore from, I think, Migori. You see the way they are diverse and speaking one language, which means for them they are tribalists. So the rage is actually on, and this is what should worry Ruto. The residents of Baringo expressed their rage towards the county government. What will happen when they now decide to redirect that rage on the national government? The residents of Kericho expressed their rage towards the government, the county government. What of tomorrow if they decide that this rage, we are directing it to a wrong person, start targeting the national government? So William Ruto should be very worried, because, you know, once it begins like this, these guys have proven that they can actually sustain the demonstrations. And number 4, in my view, is the courage of the young people. These young people are courageous. You see, at some point they even carried the police officer. You know why? This police officer gave them lift. So when they arrived there, they decided to celebrate him by carrying him over on top of their shoulders. Yeah. Despite the attempt to block them from accessing the governor's office, they did. So they're courageous. And that courage should worry William Ruto. In fact, I've been watching some of the clips from these demonstrations. I've been like, hey, which breed of GNCs are these? They don't even fear. They're courageous enough. And importantly, and this is something which those in power should be worried about, is the fact that these young people are well knowledgeable, and also they are aware politically. I remember during the last election, you know, the last election, was it? No, 2017. That's when I was actively involved in the presidential campaign. In 2017, there was a deliberate move to brand Raila Odinga and dress him as a young person, the real Baba. For those who noticed Raila Odinga in 2017, his dressing code was kind of, you know, just a young man. He would put on tight jeans, you know, the t-shirts, you know, loafers, yeah. And Baba was barbaric. Baba, we even stopped Baba from putting on ile kofia yake ya inaitwa ile kofia round, inaitwa Godfather, I don't know, ile kofia kubwa hivi, yeah. So akaanza kuweka hii ya kuvaa R, you know. These young guys are knowledgeable. They know what they want. At that time when we were branding Baba like that, our thinking was that the young people were just concerned about how they dress, the social media, but they were not turning out to vote. I can assure you, in 2027, the elections from the ward level, the dynamics are going to change completely. Until that time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.